the chopper ready. I won't be long.
Hey everyone! It's been a long 8 months since I last uploaded, and wow, what a ride it's been. I've been deep in work, away from content creation, but always keeping one eye on the console jailbreak scene. And let me tell you, the landscape has evolved in some seriously exciting ways, especially when it comes to the PS5. From new exploits to refined tools, the jailbreak community has been on fire. And with the highly anticipated PS5 Y2JB creeping closer, it's time to get back in the game and get prepared. So today marks my official comeback. And I'm kicking it off with something practical, something helpful, and something that might just save you hours of trial and error. In this episode, I'm starting with a PS4 that's been collecting dust. Still running firmware version 11.02. I'll walk you through how I jailbroke it using the BDJB method, and trust me, I've got some tips and tricks that most guides and videos out there completely missed. Whether it's one step, two steps, or even three the others overlooked, I've got you covered. So if you're wondering how to get started, what's changed, or how to avoid the common pitfalls, this video is for you. I'll break it all down, share my personal setup, and maybe even help you unlock your own console's potential. Wanna know what's in store? Let's go! This particular PS4 has been sitting idle for quite some time and is currently running firmware version 11.02. For this jailbreak, I'm using the BDJB Lapse AIO 1.2 method, which is compatible with firmware versions 9.00 through 12.02, provided the console has a functional Blu-ray drive. One of the key advantages of this method is that it does not require a USB drive. Instead, it utilizes a specially crafted Blu-ray disc to trigger the exploit. However, please note that this method is not compatible with firmware versions 12.50 or higher. As of the time of this recording, the latest official firmware is 13.02. Big thanks to Jezin, The Flow, John Tornblom, Cheryl Net, and NullPTR for creating such a powerful utility, helping us make solid choices and enjoy our PS4s even more. Now let's move over to the PC and begin by downloading the Lapse 1.2 AIO ISO file. Once you click the download button, check the top right corner of your screen for the download icon to confirm it's in progress. If you're using Internet Download Manager or IDM, it should automatically capture and initiate the download. You'll find the download link provided below. Next, let's download the IMG Burn application, which we'll use to burn the ISO file we just downloaded onto a Blu-ray disc. This tool is essential for preparing the disc needed to trigger the jailbreak. Once you're on the IMG Burn website, navigate to the download section and select the version hosted directly by IMG Burn. This is typically listed under Mirror 7. Click on that link to begin the download. Now it's time to install IMG Burn. Locate the folder where the installer was downloaded, then right-click on the file and select Run as Administrator. Follow the prompts by clicking Next, check the required box when prompted, and continue clicking Next through the remaining steps. No additional setup is needed, just follow along with what's shown in the video. Simply click Yes when prompted to enable update notifications for future versions of the application. Now it's time to burn the ISO file to a disk. I've included links in the description for budget-friendly BD writer and BDRE disk that work well for this setup. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that button and stay updated. With IMG Burn now installed, it's time to burn the ISO file you downloaded. Launch IMG Burn and select Write Image File to Disk. You'll have two options, either drag and drop the ISO file into the program window or manually browse to its location. For best results, choose the slowest writing speed available. I personally use 2x. Be sure to check the Verify box to confirm the disk was written correctly. Next, click Burn to begin the burning process. Don't worry, it only takes a few minutes. Once the process is complete, IMG Burn will display a confirmation message indicating that the operation was successfully completed. Once the Blu-ray burning process is complete, go to Settings, then System on your PS4, and ensure that HDCP is enabled. After enabling it, the screen may briefly go black. This is normal. The display will restore shortly, there's no need for concern. Here's what happens if you boot the BDRE disk too soon. Your PS4 shrugs. Enable HDCP first, or it's not playing ball. At this stage, once all prerequisites have been fulfilled, you may proceed to insert the ISO burned onto the BDRE disk into your PS4. The first time you launch a Blu-ray disc that is not a PS4 game, the system will prompt you to connect to the internet. Simply select yes to proceed. A short illustration guide will appear. Press X to proceed. At this stage, the system will display a series of pop-ups. Allow them to finish. The appearance of the GoldHEN version on screen confirms that the jailbreak process is complete. You can now press the PS button to return to the dashboard. In the event that the jailbreak attempt fails, you'll see an exploit failed message and the process will not continue. To resolve this, press the PS button to return to the main dashboard, then restart the system and try again. Your PS4 is now successfully jailbroken. To fully enjoy its capabilities, you'll need to install essential applications. Fortunately, the ISO file on your BDRE disk includes a curated set of starter apps, ideal for situations where you're offline or experiencing connectivity issues. Whether the jailbreak was performed online or offline, this disk contains everything you need to get started. Organizing your apps into a single folder is highly recommended for streamlined access and efficient navigation. This approach also applies to your game library, especially if you have large backups, helping maintain a clean and manageable interface. Simply follow the steps demonstrated in the video. You can also use the multi-select feature to add multiple apps to a folder at once, making the organization process quicker and more efficient. Within the folder, you can freely arrange the apps in any order you prefer, allowing for a customized and organized layout. You can apply the same organization method to stock PS4 apps. Start by highlighting the desired app, press the Options button on your controller and select Add to New Folder. Then follow the same steps used when creating your previous folder to complete the arrangement. After organizing your apps, be sure to press OK to confirm the changes. Pressing Cancel or the PS button prematurely will discard your adjustments, resulting in lost progress. Next, if an internet connection is available, connect your PS4 online. You may then eject the disk and proceed to update your Homebrew apps. Updating the apps is highly recommended for optimal performance and compatibility. While it's possible to update all your Homebrew apps via the HB store, I prefer to update them individually for better control. I began by updating the PS4 Cheats app and downloaded the latest cheats available. Since the system is online, I configured the app to fetch updates directly from GitHub. For offline updates, the cheats database can be installed using either a USB flash drive or FTP connection. Then you can use the PX4 Explorer app to transfer the database from either a USB flash drive or via FTP, depending on your setup. And for my setup, I use online method to update the cheats. Now, updating the HB store is a straightforward process. It also provides access to a variety of additional apps that may be useful for your setup. In this example, I use the HB store to update one of the installed applications, the Apollo Save tool, which can alternatively be updated by launching the app directly. Lastly, we have the plugin setup, which is entirely based on personal preference. Feel free to adjust the plugin settings to suit your needs. However, exercise caution when modifying unfamiliar options, as certain settings may affect system behavior if not properly understood. I won't go into full detail on how I created a package file for my purchased copy of Marvel Spider-Man, but if you'd like a tutorial, feel free to drop a comment below. Once you've created your game's package file, along with its update if available, copy it to your USB external drive formatted to exFAT. After the transfer is complete, you may close File Explorer and be sure to safely eject the external drive to avoid data corruption. In this demonstration, I connected the external USB drive while the PS4 was powered off, to illustrate that the jailbreak can still be executed on every boot with the drive inserted. This setup is completely acceptable and functions as intended. While in a jailbroken mode, go to Debug Settings, Package Installer, and install your game's package file. Always install the base game first, then the update. You can use Install All or install each file individually. I prefer the latter for better control. After you install the base game, now install the update. Since the game is now installed on the internal hard drive, you can safely disconnect the external drive. Running games directly from USB requires a different method. Feel free to request a tutorial in the comments. Now, let's test the backup of my purchased Marvel Spider-Man disc on a jailbroken PS4 running firmware 11.02. Thanks for watching! If this video helped you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss future jailbreak tutorials, tips, and updates. Got questions or want a tutorial on something specific? Drop a comment below. I read everyone and love helping out the community. Backup tested, plugins configured, and Homebrew updated. Your modded setup is good to go. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and keep gaming!